Types of north. There are three types of north in survey. First, true north. True north heading towards the north pole of the earth from any point on the earth's surface. It was the way the longitude as shown on the map. Second, magnetic north. Magnetic north is the direction indicated by the compass needle in a free situation. Third, grid north. Northern grid has been the way indicated by the vertical grid lines on the map. Grid north. Grid north means the north is parallel to the vertical grid reference on a cadastral map. Direction with reference to the northern grid is called grid bearing or bearing. The purpose is to determine the direction of north grid point on plan or drawing or sketch plan, and it was not found on the surface of the earth. Grid north ataupun utara grid boleh dikatakan dalam keseluruhan kerja ukur, kedudukan titik-titik adalah dalam bentuk koordinat segi empat mendatar atau grid. Dalam hal ini, utara grid ialah arah yang selari dengan paksi koordinat yang menunjuk ke utara. Arah yang dirujukkan kepada utara grid dipanggil sebagai bearing grid, bearing rataan atau bearing sahaja. Tujuan utara grid ialah untuk menentu arahkan satu-satu plotan yang dibuat dan ia tidak terdapat pada permukaan bumi. Utara grid sama dengan bearing benar, tambah ataupun tolak kepada tirusan. Bearing. Bearing means the line is measured by the angle from the horizontal direction grid north with clockwise. Bearing is a measure in both directions between two places. The direction is determined by measuring the angle specified in the measure degrees. 6 types of bearing. True bearing or bearing benar. It is formed by lines bearing only with true north. It read in a clockwise direction with the range between 0 degree to 360 degree. Magnetic bearing or bearing magnet. Magnetic bearing is the angle made by the measuring the magnetic north lines. It is derived from the reading of the compass. Grid bearing or bearing grid. Grid bearing is with reference to the north on the map. Full circle bearing or bearing bulatan perak. It is read in the clockwise and referred to a reference meridian or north. Quarter bearing. Quarter bearing is formed by lines bearing only with the north or south. Each quadrant is a quarter of this full circle. In quadrant bearing system, the range is between 0 degree to 90 degree. Each of the bearings is called according to the quadrant in which it is read. Forebearing and back bearing. Bearing hadapan atau belakang. Forebearing in compass survey is bearing that read on the direction of traversing route. When the compass stops at front station, the bearing to the station before is called back bearing. Assume bearing ataupun bearing anggapan. Sekiranya bearing akui atau azimuth tidak diketahui, maka sebarang nilai bearing bolehlah digunakan sebagai datum. Biasanya bearing anggapan boleh diperolehi dengan menggunakan kompas ukur. Walau bagaimanapun, bearing anggapan ini adalah merupakan bearing sementara. Oleh itu, apabila bearing yang sebenar telah diketahui nanti, pembetulan hendaklah diberikan kepada semua bearing cerapan untuk mendapatkan orientasi yang betul. Azimuth. Azimuth adalah bearing daripada cerapan astronomi dan garisan terabas berdasarkan arah utara benar mengikut arah pusingan jam. Manakala azimuth akui pula adalah bearing yang disahkan betul untuk digunakan bagi tujuan orientasi sesuatu pengukuran dan bagi tujuan pelarasan bearing. Dengan kata lain, azimuth adalah bermakna arah garisan diukur berasaskan sudut ufuk dari arah utara benar mengikut pusingan jam. Contohnya, pengukuran terhadap matahari. Matahari adalah sebagai titik sasaran, satah rujukan adalah mendatar dan titik rujukan vektor ke utara. Azimuth biasanya diukur dalam darjah. Konsep digunakan dalam banyak kerja-kerja ukur termasuklah dalam bidang navigasi, astronomi, pemetaan, perombongan dan pertahanan. Perkataan azimuth diambil dalam perkataan Arab iaitu as-simt, di mana memberi maksud arah yang merujuk kepada arah atau laluan iaitu arah manusia berhadapan. Adopted azimuth ataupun azimuth akui. Nilai azimuth akui boleh berdasarkan kepada yang pertama, bearing asal dari pelan akui. Yang kedua, surihan kerja luar bagi garisan-garisan sepadan yang telah disahkan berada di dalam kedudukan sama seperti syarat datum. Ketiga, bearing daripada telikan matahari. Types of azimuth. First, through azimuth by solar observation, a certified boundary lines bearing by solar observation. Second, through azimuth from solar observation, a certified bearing from solar observation from bearing traverse, which is used to calculate boundary lines. Third, certified azimuth as original, a certified bearing from boundary lines same as certified plan or pre-computation plan. Bearing akui. Didapati penggunaan perkataan azimuth akui tidak tepat dan tidak kena pada tempatnya dari segi teknikal. Perkataan bearing akui adalah lebih sesuai dan tepat bagi tujuan ini. Oleh yang demikian, perkataan azimuth akui hendaklah dihapuskan dan digantikan dengan perkataan bearing akui dan ditulis bg.ak sebagai gantinya. Theory of datum. Lazimnya sebelum sesuatu kerja ukur dapat dimulakan satu tinjauan, kawasan kerja hendaklah dilakukan bagi menentukan lokasi kerja, keadaan sekelilingnya, tanda-tanda sepadan lama dan sebagainya. Dalam kerja pengukuran, tinjauan seperti ini juga dilakukan bagi mengesan datum yang sesuai untuk memulakan kerja ukur trabas. Datum measurement is a key requirement for any new measure to enable the determination of measure and value of basic trigonometry coordinates. Each survey work must be based upon a satisfied datum. Datum ialah nilai-nilai ukuran yang dirujuk sebagai asas permulaan dan juga penutup bagi sesuatu kerja ukur trabas. A horizontal datum is used to define latitude and longitude or northing and easting locations. The horizontal and vertical positions of the monuments in the control network have been determined by precise geodetic control surveys. Dan di sini menunjukkan bagaimana datum itu diperolehi melalui serapan matahari. Datum determination according to PKPUP bilangan 3 2003. Setiap pengukuran kadastre hendaklah berasaskan kepada datum yang memuaskan dan sebaik-baiknya terdiri daripada: pertama, dua tanda bersebelahan dibuktikan dalam pengukuran ataupun dengan cara terabas dan hitungan dan dengan telikan matahari ataupun bintang iaitu cerapan astronomi bagi penentuan azimuth bahawa kedua-duanya masih dalam kedudukan asal. Yang kedua, tiga tanda ukur di mana dua darinya berada bersebelahan dibuktikan dengan pengukuran sudut dan jarak ataupun dengan cara terabas dan hitungan dan masih dalam kedudukan asal. Yang ketiga, mana-mana tanda ukur yang mempunyai nilai teknikal bermutu dibuktikan dengan ukuran GPS dan hitungan. Datum determination according to 2009 survey regulation. Datum determination for CRM, cadastral reference marks that can be accepted in cadastral surveying. A. At least 2 new marks of CRM and the distance not less than 30 meters made simultaneous observations by my ArtikelNet method of the first mark and static methods for the second mark. Datum determination according to 2009 survey regulation. First, datum determination for CRM or cadastral reference mark that can be accepted in cadastral surveying. A. At least 2 new marks of CRM and the distance not less than 30 meters made simultaneous observations by my ArtikelNet method of the first mark and static method for the second mark. B. At least 2 marks of CRM and the distance not less than 30 meters make simultaneous observations with static methods for the 2 marks. C. At least 2 new marks of CRM and the distance not less than 30 meters make observations with my RTKNet methods for the 2 marks in one initialization. D. At least 2 new marks of the CRM and the distance not less than 75 meters made observations with my RTKNet real-time methods for the 2 marks in 2 initializations. D. At least 2 new marks of the CRM and the distance not less than 75 meters made observations with my RTKNet real-time method for the 2 marks in 2 initialization. E. If 2 marks are used, the old CRM marks must prove itself and third marks must measure of angle and distance from either old CRM or NDCDB nearby. Second, condition of acceptable datum by using NDCDB in cadastral surveying. F. 2 mark measure of NDCDB which is not less than 40 meter where the original position of the marks have been proved by direct measurement or traverse and calculation together with solar observations for azimuth and my RTKNet observations. G. 2 adjacent benchmark of NDCDB and proof by the third sign of the distant measurement or traverse and is in original position. Datum condition for Sabah. Datum shall be 2 marks of a former survey adequate technical value provided by measurement or by traverse and calculation and by astronomical observation for azimuth or by angular and linear measurement to a third such mark to be in their original position. Conditions of datum for Sarawak according to the Article 17 Sarawak Survey Regulations. 3 traverse points or boundary pegs, the connecting lines having been previously observed and chained. This datum will be checked by theodolite observations to 2 stations from intermediate third station and a linear measurement of at least 1 line. Condition of datum for Sarawak according to the Article 17 Sarawak Survey Regulations. Continue. Through traverse points or boundary pegs with the connecting line having been previously observed and measured. This datum will be checked by linear measurement of the line used and by observation for azimuth as demonstrated in 4.04.02.18. All measurements are in Peninsular Malaysia should be used Cassini coordinate system and the RSO geocentric system used for the Federal Territory of Labuan. Datum limitation. To ensure that the old boundary marks used are still in good condition in its original position and the bearing and distance is not exceed as specified in the regulation survey. 4.1.4 syarat datum halaman 28 PK PUP bilangan 6 2009. Jarak garisan yang akan dijadikan sebagai datum tidaklah melebihi 30 meter dan memenuhi had anjakan yang dibenarkan seperti dinyatakan pada peraturan 39/2 PUK 2009 manakala sudut dalaman di antara 2 garisan yang diperolehi mengikut prosedur 4.1.1/3 hendaklah tidak melebihi 10 saat.